What's going on, everyone? It's Marsellis back with another video. Today, we're going to be talking about Baby Doge. I'm going to be talking about whether or not Baby Doge will see 50 to 100% gains before this next crash. So, definitely stick around to the end of the video. There's going to be a lot of information in this video. And also, hit the like button and subscribe. Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you all want me to go over next. Also, if you want to become a member of the channel, definitely go ahead and do that. I'll go over any crypto that the members want me to go over first. And also, this video is brought to you by me. So, yes, marcellus.beatstars.com. If you want to get some background music for your YouTube videos, maybe you just need beats for your music. Either way, I got you. And remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Let's get straight to it. So, let's talk about Baby Doge first. So will Baby Doge see 50 to 100% gains for the next crash? So first thing I want to say about that statement here is we kind of are already seeing this. So this statement is really starting from this bottom point right here. And this is around the 8Z1031 area. Now we did have a lower low like before then. We went all the way down to like the 7 area way back inside Baby Doge. So we already went down like that low like previously. So there's always the possibility that we go a little bit lower and that we have another crash inside of Baby Doge. I know a lot of people do not want to hear about that, but there's always that possibility. So, anyways, let's go ahead and look at where Baby Doge was 30 days ago. So, look at our lows previously. We went pretty low inside of Baby Doge. Everything was low, everything dropped. Everything had a huge crash pretty much. So, let's not act like none of that happened. So, we went all the way down to 8Z7. We already know, or 9Z7. We already know that happened. So there's always the possibility that that happens again. Now, I believe this could be a bull trap, just kind of like how these two areas back here were. This could possibly be a bull trap. But if it's not, that will definitely be really good for us. So 50 to 100% before the next rise in Baby Doge. That's possible. And that's starting all the way from back here. Mind you that because that's pretty much where our low was. We pulled all the way back down here to 9Z7. So that's where I'm looking at this from. That's the point of view I'm looking at this from. So from 9Z7 all the way up till now, you got to think 14 from 7 to 14. That's already 100% right there. So if you do the math, that's already 100%. So that's huge. And then also, if we look at it from another perspective, from the 14 area, then we would have to get to 8Z28 in order to have 100%. If we were going to do 50%, we would have to do half of that. So there's still the possibility that Baby Doge could actually get all the way up there. We just kind of have to be patient here because there's huge potential here in the crypto market. But like I said, this could be a bull trap. We don't know, but we still have that possibility to get all the way up there. Now, kind of looking at Baby Doge on the technical side of things and what we got going on here, we've been literally breaking through every area I've been talking about. Like, go watch all of my previous videos, like from yesterday, the day before that. I've been doing this technical analysis, talking about our resistance levels for Baby Doge. And look, we passed 1250 with flying colors. We passed it with flying colors. You can see we passed it and then we used it as support twice here. And now you're seeing it going up and breaking this resistance all the way up here at 1400. We broke the 1400 resistance. Watch the video from yesterday. I explained how significant that is because now our next area of resistance after 1400 is pretty much going to bring us all the way up here to 1800. And then we're going to have some more resistance all the way up here at about 2300. So that's what we're waiting for here in Baby Doge. We got all these major levels to pass. So since we already passed 1400, it kind of shows that we have that momentum to beat, like just to completely pass all these resistance levels. Now, over here, it does say the bulls are in control, the 24-hour market control by 80%, showing that we are 80% bullish here on Baby Doge. And on top of all that good stuff, you can see the whole overall crypto market is doing some recovery. Baby Doge recovering better than almost all other cryptos inside the crypto space. Baby Doge up 14%, yet Bitcoin only up 4%, Ethereum only up 4.5%, BNB only up 4.1%, XRP only 3%, Solana only 5.7%. And you see all the meme coins are the ones that are really gaining a lot of attention, a lot of traction. Dogecoin up 13.2%, Shiba Inu 27.7%. So you're seeing the meme coins are really taking off right now, and Baby Doge is really benefiting from that. So Baby Doge is doing fairly well, and we have the possibility to continue to rise from here. So I want to kind of show you the long-term perspective here at the 4-hour chart to kind of show you what we have going on here with Baby Doge. So we are actually passing this red area here. This is supply and demand of less demand. Watch the video from yesterday. I know I said that multiple times, but still, you really want to watch that because I literally talked about how this is going to be a major area for us to pass. This is major resistance. And then the next major resistance doesn't show up until this right here, or not this down here. But yeah, the next major resistance doesn't show up till this red area up here. And this red area spans all the way from 1800 all the way up to 2200. That's our area of less demand for our supply and demand. So we don't have as much demand in that area, which indicates that that's our next resistance. Now, the 2400 area would bring us all the way up here to this next red bar. And that next red bar is pretty much where our next resistance is going to be for baby Doge after this area here of 1800 to 2200. But it's so significant because that's where our 100% gain from right now is, from 1400 to 2800. That will be our 100% gain that we get. We've already did 100% from 9Z7 all the way up to 8Z14. So now we have that potential to do another 100%. So I'm definitely going to sit around and wait for that. Now, if we were just going to do the 50%, it's going to be this area right here. If we only do the 50% gains before the next crash, like I still think this is going to be a bull trap. So don't get me wrong. I'm not saying we're about to just take off in the whole crypto market. We're about to go up, 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 and nowhere other than up. But no, I definitely think this is a bull trap. It's going to go up until the point that it doesn't. And then that's when the bull trap is going to be initiated. And that's when you're going to see people selling out and you're going to see another bottom. I don't think it'll go all the way like way below 9Z7, but I think there's going to be a pullback. So it's not going to be as hard as the other pullback. It wasn't a pullback. Let's be honest. It was a crash. It's not going to be as hard as the other crash, but I think it's just going to be a little bit of a pullback coming for Baby Doge. So it's definitely going to be a little bull trap. And that's going to be for all cryptos, not just Baby Doge. There's going to be a bull trap coming up. There's no good news right now going on in the overall markets right now. Literally, inflation is going crazy. Gas is more expensive than ever. And they're still talking about the war in the Ukraine, but honestly, that's not affecting crypto anymore. Let's be completely honest. It's all based on inflation right now. Inflation is what's taking over. The US dollar is becoming very strong, which is really incentivizing people to hold the US dollar rather than holding crypto. So there's a lot going on inside the whole global economy, which is not inside of crypto's favor, which is why everything's going down. So we're probably going to see another bull trap coming because there's no good news that really constitutes all this gains inside the crypto market. So anyways, looking at the 4-hour chart still though, we still have that possibility to do another 50% gain before another pullback. So there's still that possibility for another 50% gain before the pullback. We already did 100%. Now that would be 150% and then eventually 200% if we get all the way up to the 8Z28 area or somewhere up there. But anyways, moving on from this and looking at Bitcoin. So we're looking at the Bitcoin from the 15M chart, which is really a short-term chart. It's showing that the bulls are in control of the 24-hour market controlled by Bitcoin. And that's actually pretty good because we're in control by 60% bullish. So that's actually pretty good. And you're seeing right now Bitcoin's making its way up here to the supply and demand of less demand, all the way up here at 22.5K to 22.8K. So between that area, we're going to have some resistance for Bitcoin. So we're probably going to get stopped there. And that's probably where Bitcoin will do its retracement back down to the 19K area because that's our next immediate major resistance. So we have lots of possibilities here with Bitcoin. Now, moving on from that and kind of looking at the next area of resistance for Bitcoin, we have all the way up here. The next area of resistance is 25K. So that's our next area that we're looking at. So then 25K after 22K. So there's always that possibility that this is a bull trap. And I'm going to keep talking about this because I really do believe we're literally about to get not rug pulled, but, like bull trapped. So another thing that I want to mention that kind of, describes this as bull trap. So the oscillator pretty much shows when you have buying and selling volume and how much that volume is going for. So over here, you can see this area right here, they count this as overbought, right? Because we were going down, but for some reason we stopped going down. And then when we went from 20.7K up to 22.7 for no reason whatsoever, which is overbought because there is nothing that constituted that. So that's sent us all the way down here. So about 18.1K, a little bit below 18K, about 17.8K, right? And then we get some major buying coming in on Bitcoin. So let me take all of these different drawings so you can kind of see the buying that I'm talking about. We get this major buying right here, which is also described as overbuying, which is true. You can see it started all the way down here from 17.8K all the way up here to where we are now, 21.5K. So the reason why that's overbuying, there's nothing that really happened in the crypto market for us to get all this purchasing. So when you look at it from the long-term perspective, it's still bearish by 80%. So notice how the bullish area said bullish by 60%, right? And the bearish says, and then the bearish says 80% bearish, right? So 15M chart, bullish 60%, 4-hour chart, bearish 80%. So long term bearish, short term bullish, which pretty much is the whole premise of a bull trap. We're pretty much almost 100% certain. Like, I'm not going to say 100% because remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice, but I'm very certain that we are going to have a bull trap here. So it does look like it's overbought here. We're going to have a little bit of a pullback after our overbought area. We always get selling. You can see it here. After that overbought area, we got selling. After this overbought area here, we got selling. Watch my previous Baby Doge videos. After this overbought area here, we got overselling. Watch my previous videos though. I mentioned how these signals here signal that we're about to get some major purchasing coming in to Baby Doge. Watch the one from yesterday, the day before that, the day before that, and the day before that. I really explain this like very, very well in detail here. So you can see how all this selling here is starting to wane down. It's actually starting to become less and less prominent. You're seeing less and less selling happening over and over and over again in Baby Doge. This was a very, very much way bigger selling point than this area here. And now this area here is way smaller than both of those, which is a bullish signal because the selling is getting smaller and smaller. That indicates that buying is about to start to come in. And that's exactly what I mentioned. And that's exactly what happened. So the next prediction here is that Bitcoin takes a pullback all the way back down to the lower 20K areas, right? But then stops around 20K or 19K and then has another pump and tries to pump up all the way back here to 28K or 26K to 28K and then gets rejected before it even gets that high. So I think Bitcoin may even get rejected at 22K here. We did have some resistance there, some slight resistance, but I think it's going to be very hard for Bitcoin to pass this next area because our next major resistance is all the way up here at 28K. And since this is the next major resistance, that's pretty much our next target point. And I do not believe we can pass that. So I think this is a bull trap. That's what makes this a bull trap because our next major resistance is such a strong point of breaking that is just going to break the Bitcoin price down. We're going to get rejected. That momentum is going to be lost. And then we're going to have selling coming into Bitcoin. So that's something you want to take into account. So this really reflects in the Doge, Baby Doge, because as you can see, our next major resistance area is kind of similar to Bitcoin, where we come all the way up here to 2,200, but we don't have enough momentum, so we get rejected. And I think that's what's going to happen here. So it's going to be very hard for us to pass that major resistance area. But anyways, that's all I really have for the technicals. Baby Doge is doing pretty well here. Baby Doge up a whole 13.2%. We were at 14%. But yeah, everything's going very well inside the crypto market right now. But that's pretty bad because in the whole global economy, everything's bad. Yet the crypto market is now, going up, which is a bad sign. It's pretty much a sign that the largest whales, the biggest money inside of crypto is really just buying low, selling high. And when I say high, I mean like only 50%, 20%, 10% up. They're just running it up a little bit and then they're pulling the rug on people. And then they're buying again at the bottom when you sell out at the top. So, anyways, this is pretty much all I got for you all today. Definitely go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe. Really helps the YouTube channel out immensely for the YouTube algorithm. Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you all want me to go over next. And if you want to become a member of the channel, definitely go ahead and do that. I'll go over any crypto that the members want me to go over next. And remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. As always, I'll be back with another video.